HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Hello, and welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with what's happening in town. On this edition of HCAM News, we'll take you to all the happenings during Hopkinton Family Day. We'll introduce you to the Bay Path Humane Society Pets of the Week, and Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. But first, we start off Hopkinton Family Day with a visit to the closing of Center School and the 44th Annual Polyarts Festival at the Town Common. This past Saturday featured a fun-filled day of activities in Hopkinton. To start off the day, the 44th Annual Polyarts Festival took place at the Hopkinton Town Common, and they also held the official closing of Center School. Former students of Center School had the opportunity to have one last look before the official closing.
Can you talk about why you're here in Center School today?
Well, it's a lot of memories, yes, from being back. Didn't realize how much I remembered until I was back, but it's kind of sad, you know, place I went to school nobody else will go there, so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and so what kind of thoughts are running through your head just looking around, seeing like nothing in the classrooms or anything like that?
It's like crazy, like we haven't been here in like 8 years, and it's just kind of weird to see where we started and now where we are.
And how low everything is. We're really short. Yeah.
How long did you all go to Center School for?
I was here both kindergarten and first grade.
Me too.
I was just here for the end of first grade.
First off, can you talk about why you're at Center School today?
Just for old memory's sake.
And what years did you go to Center School?
Probably 1952, right up to graduated from high school, 1968.
And what's it like for you to see the school like this today?
It's creepy, that's all, creepy. I couldn't tell you which classroom was mine, but to me it's old memories, that's good memories.
All right, so can you talk about what you're doing in Center School today? And, did you go here?
I did. My parents went here, and I went here and my siblings. So I was here in 1970. That tells you how old I am.
And what's it like seeing the school today?
It's awesome. Be nice to see that it's made into something that everybody from the town can enjoy.
Hi, yes, I have a portrait of Center School that I've hand drawn. I made digital copies of to sell here today. Yep.
Terrific. And how long did it take you to draw it?
5 or 6 hours. It's typically what it takes me. Yep. I do all of the drawings for the home tour in town. So these are all the house portraits that I've done as well.
It was a pitch-perfect day on the Hopkinton Town Common for the 44th Annual Polyarts Festival. HCAM News caught up with some of the vendors.
I'm representing part of Friends of Hopkinton. We are selling our stadium blankets for $25. And then some commemorative coins and some postcards. And the blankets are a great deal, and they keep you warm, as I know. So we sold a couple, and the rest of the time we're going to be headed from here, and we're going up to the festivities for tonight.
All right, and what are the proceeds for the blankets going towards?
The blankets go for the Friends of Hopkinton, so we can have Family Day.
Terrific. Can you talk about what you got going on here?
Basically, I'm a knife maker, for lack of a better description. Essentially, for the most part, in my case, I buy blades and I make the handles out of exotic woods, acrylics, anything that strikes me interesting. Anything that has an interesting look to it. I do mostly kitchen knives. I find it's a better market for that. And then also in the past year, I've started doing a lot of more wood turning. So I've been making bowls, boxes, again out of whatever kind of exotic wood I can find.
And how long have you been doing that for?
The bowls and boxes I've been doing for probably about 2 years now. The knives I'm working on probably 8 years.
Rise up this morning, smile with your eyes.
During Hopkinton Family Day, the Marathon Quilters Guild had some wonderful quilts on display at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. The Marathon Quilters Guild's mission is to raise funds for various local charitable causes.
Today, this is the Marathon Quilters Guild booth. I'm here to promote our show that we have going on this weekend at the Center for the Arts in Hopkinton, and it's today and tomorrow, 10 to 5, and also to promote our guild. So if you're looking to join a guild, we have the information here. And you can go out to our website at marathonquilters.com and find out about us.
During Hopkinton Family Fun Day at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts, the Marathon Quilters Guild hosted a show featuring some lovely work to raise money for charitable causes.
Yeah, this weekend we are having the Common Threads Quilt Show that's being hosted by Marathon Quilters Guild. There are about 113 items here, and our theme is Common Threads. It's essentially finding all of the commonalities among people. We thought that it is a good time to, instead of focusing on how we're different and how we disagree, to come together and find out what we have in common.
Terrific. And can you talk about what the Marathon Quilters Guild is?
It's a quilt guild in Hopkinton that meets once a month, the second Tuesday of every month. And we learn from one another, we get inspiration from one another, we have projects that we donate to charities, and we essentially just share our passion with one another.
Here's a look at some of the incredible work. 1-0 Hopkinton Hillers football hosted 0-1 Needham in Game 2 of the regular season. Here's a look at what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hopkinton Middle School has a football team, and they took on Martha's Vineyard in their first ever game on Wednesday, September 12th. Despite this being their first year as a program, they looked impressive. Isaiah Curavilla, the 7th grade quarterback, on a keeper, makes it 6-0, and then they add the 2-point conversion, 8-0 Hillers. Martha's Vineyard responded with a touchdown of their own later in the quarter, 8-6 Hillers heading to the second. Isaiah Curavilla, remember that name, he could be a Hillers star in the making. He takes it weak side and takes it for the touchdown. Curavilla then found Seamus Murphy for the 2-point conversion, 16-6 Hillers. Then later in the quarter, Isaiah Curavilla connects with 8th grader Seamus Murphy again, and this time for a touchdown to make it 22-6. And that's how the score would stay the rest of the way as Hopkinton Middle School starts off their first season ever with a 1-0 record. Impressive stuff by the HMS Hillers. Hillers High School varsity hosted Needham in their second game of the season. Tyler Reed finds a big opening in the Hillers defensive line and takes advantage of it. A 45-yard touchdown run and the extra point makes it 21-0 Needham. Hillers found the end zone late in the fourth quarter, but too little too late as Needham takes the win over the Hillers by a final score of 28-7. 1-1 Hopkinton is next on the road versus Norwood.
That's a nice way to, kind of get that monkey off the back. You don't want to.
Still to come on HCAM News, we'll take you to the Hopkinton Family Day festivities, and Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. A whole lot more ahead. Stay tuned.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services.
Welcome back to HCAM News. This week, Bay Path Humane Society introduced me to 2 wonderful cats named Stanley and Preacher. Here's a look at this week's Pets of the Week.
This is Stanley, and over there is Preacher, and they've both been here for a while. Preacher is about 2 years old. He was found as a stray by one of our volunteers, and he is really friendly. And he gets along okay with other cats, but not great, which is why he's sort of in the corner right now because there's another cat out here. And Stanley is an older cat. He is around 10 years old. He was found very emaciated by someone and with sores on his paws. And he's still underweight, but he has gained quite a bit from what he was. And he has kidney disease, so he has to eat special food. So he's really looking for a retirement home. But he's really, really friendly. Yeah. Very friendly cat. He was real dirty and just horrible when he came in. It was very sad.
How old are they?
It's always a guess, but he's probably around 10. He's getting up there in age. He's looking for a nice quiet home to live out the rest of his years. But, cats can live to be 20. I had a cat pass away at 20 this year of my own. So.
The second annual Hopkinton Family Fun Day took place this past weekend, and it was a raging success. Here's a look.
Down at the high school and middle school fields, the annual Lumberjack Show took place, allowing those of all ages to test out their skills.
right, so another beautiful day at Hopkinton Family Day, and you got the Lumberjack show taking place once again. Seems like a good turnout today. How's everything going?
Good. The weather, of course, is in our favor. A little bit hot, but you know what? Remember back to the 300th anniversary, we had ice pellets in the air. So we'll take this any day. We got them lined up. The axe throwing, of course, is always the most popular because everybody thinks they're going to nail it, and then they get over there in reality. But there's some good people over there. The sawing events, we got a couple little kids events. Try to get something for little kids and lumberjack competition and stuff. So it's good. We've got a good turnout. It's been steady. It's coming down little at a time. So we're happy with it, yeah. It's a good turnout.
At the high school fields, Hopkinton Family Day took place, featuring activities for the kids, food trucks, live music, and a whole lot more.
Hey, welcome to Hopkinton Family Day. This is great, another great turnout, a fabulous weather. We had bad weather all week, and now we've got this great weather. I'm getting ready to go in the dunk tank for a half an hour. That's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. It's just great having the community get together on a day like this. And it's what we always pray for: good weather and good friends and a good community.
And so much going on today. A lot of people came out to enjoy all the events. Are people enjoying having all these things going on in one day?
I think so. There was a great turnout this morning for the closing ceremonies for the center school and Poly Arts today. It was one of the most well-attended Poly Arts in a long time. There was great food. There was great people there buying, selling stuff. It's been a great day all around, especially since we've had such bad weather. You know, we pray for all the people down south dealing with Hurricane Florence, but because of that storm down there, we got a nice high pressure system giving us some great weather.
And are you looking forward to the dunk tank? It might be a little refreshing.
No, I'm not looking forward to the dunk tank, but you know, it's all in good fun. It's for the Lions, which is a great organization.
Thank you very much. Colin and Libby Hurley, give them a little hand. Come on. Sounded good, guys. Sounded really good.
All right, so another great event this year, a big turnout. Couldn't ask for better weather. Could you just talk about how the day has gone?
Very well, very smoothly. A lot of planning. Actually, it's been a year. This past year, it's been meeting monthly. And not so much me, but so many members of the Friends of Hopkinton have been fabulous. Ann Click, who's been leading the charge, just phenomenal. I can't say how much. She's been great, as well as all the committee members. But it's all led up to this day. It's warm, it's nice. Very pleased with the turnout, but the best is yet to come with some more entertainment and, of course, the finale, the fireworks. So I would say it's going very well.
Excellent. And how do you think having all these events on the same day with Poly Arts, the Lumberjack Show, and this have worked out?
At first we thought that might be a challenge, but you know, it's worked out. You know, we've talked with people in the past, and it really hasn't interfered from what they do, and they haven't taken away from what we do. So we like to think we're kind of helping each other out, working, you know, off of each other. So yeah, it really hasn't been a problem, thankfully.
And I also understand you're here with the Lions Club as well. Can you talk about what the Lions Club has going on at today's event?
Oh, they're great. They're one of the biggest attractions. They're doing the dunk tank, and we just have a couple of selectmen about to, there's one in there now, and Selectman Coutinho will be coming up shortly. But we've had members of the Friends of Hopkinton and just various community members in there. So it's been great because it's so warm now. People don't mind getting dunked. As a matter of fact, they prefer to be dunked as much as possible in this heat. So gone very well.
And for those that don't know, can you talk about what the Lions Club is about?
Yeah, they're about community service and well known for their eye research. But now they're taking on another challenge, making folks aware of diabetes and how to prevent diabetes. But they very much just help people in need. And involved with things like this and so forth, but basically a local charity organization.
All right, well, congratulations on another successful event.
All right, thanks very much. And HCAM, thanks for everything you do.
After a tremendous day of many fun events, the evening was capped off by an amazing fireworks show.
A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is Matt Clark with our HCAM Insider.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Monday, September 24th at 8 p.m., Jim Cousins talks with Hopkinton Board of Health Director Sean McAuliffe about the increasing tick problem in town on a new episode of All About Hopkinton. On Tuesday, September 25th at 6:30 p.m., the Hopkinton Board of Selectmen's meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Wednesday, September 26th at 7 p.m., Hopkinton firefighters and police officers face off in this year's Bocce Throwdown Tournament on a brand new HCAM TV special. On Friday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m., the Hillards girls volleyball team takes on the Norton Lancers live on HCAM Ed. And at 9 p.m., Cheryl Peralt talks with local visual artist Sandra Delbridge about art and why it matters on a new episode of Meet Your Neighbor. And also on HCAM Ed, the Hillers football vs. Needham game will air. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch live streams of the Hillers varsity football games. If you want to know more about all of HCAM's shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website, hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Be sure to head over to our website for the latest happenings in our community and check out the new Hopkinton Community Calendar to take a look at upcoming events in town. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy, We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. As always, thanks for watching HCAM News. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
Down at the high school and middle school fields, the annual Lumberjack Show took place, allowing those of all ages to test out their skills.